1993's The Sandlot is such a great film from beginning to end. Now, this was only my second time watching it as of this recording, but I have to say that this film, it still holds up even more than 3 decades later. Honestly, I knew about this movie for so many years, but I'm guessing the reason I never checked it out is because I wasn't into sports comedies when I was younger. But this one isn't about a sports team, it's about a group of young kids enjoying their summer of 1962, and they are very inspired by the game of baseball. Now, in my opinion, I'll probably consider this a classic coming-of-age story. The characters are memorable, the story is great, the music is very enjoyable, and also this movie is very nostalgic for a lot of people out there. And the reason being is because it captures the innocence and perspective of the kids in this film navigating the world, something that we all can relate to. At the end of the day, a coming-of-age story that honestly is just great, and it definitely is for the entire family as well. Even though baseball is the theme here, I wouldn't call this a baseball movie. It's more about the kids just having a fun summer, something that all of us can relate to. And speaking of which, I thought all the child actors did such an amazing job. I definitely was interested in all the characters, and one cool character was Scotty. I kind of felt bad for him in the beginning, and the reason being is because he didn't have any friends, he was new in town, he didn't know how to throw or catch a baseball properly. But he is a good kid. And who also was a good person was Benny. Benny was probably like the nicest to him out of all the other kids because he gave him good advice. He gave him his hat in the beginning of the movie. And not only that though, but every character in this film has a purpose. Nobody was, wasted potential. I didn't feel like there was a character that was, just there for the sake of the plot. It all made sense. Everything flowed properly. Especially for a character like him, I would consider him the comic relief. He has many funny one-liners, especially considering he is getting inside the heads of a lot of the kids that they're playing with later on in the film. I thought that was some funny stuff there. And then there's the character Squints. I like Squints because he gave off this exaggerated story of the beast. And we all were kids once, so if someone tells us a story, we're going to most likely believe it. Case in point, when there's several moments in the film where it shows this dog with a large paw. And it's over the top, but it makes sense. We are looking at the story from the eyes of these boys. So it makes sense for the dog to be greatly exaggerated. And speaking of which, Hercules, definitely a lovable character. I heard that the old English Mastiff, that breed is not aggressive whatsoever. But I'll tell you what dogs are, they can be very territorial. One thing I want to point out though is that I wish James Earl Jones was in the film a little bit more. He shows up like really the last couple minutes of this one. And I can't complain really too much about it because he was in another baseball film that came out 4 years prior. And he had a large role in that. Overall, when it comes down to it, this movie is very fun. It has a compelling story and characters that you really care about as well. I'm giving this film an 8 out of 10. Yeah, this one is very entertaining. The runtime is perfect at an hour and 42 minutes. And while I do know there are 2 films that are related to this one, I have no desire to ever check them out because I heard they are pretty awful. But at least this one is considered by a lot of people out there as being one of the best films from the early 1990s. And that's my review of The Sandlot. Okay, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you think about this movie. Alright, this is Slum Guy 172 saying peace out.